We have some breaking news, guys. It finally happened. Ubisoft has fixed its Ubisoft Club, or better known as Ubisoft Connect now. We can now access all the rewards, including the Ezio set. It is now available for free forever. So everybody can get this set now. It is one of the best legendary assassin sets, and we can also get the Northern Traveler set with all its broken engravings. Everything is still working. They have not patched Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So everything like the Bighorn Bow and all the other glitches are still there. The invincibility glitch with the Northern Traveler set, with Ares Madness, everything is still working. The game is still at version 1.5.4, so they only fixed the Ubisoft store. That's all we have been hoping for so long, and now we can finally use it. You can use the Ezio set here at level 1 with any new character you want to create on any platform. It is totally free, and you can use this set now forever. You will also get a very good legendary sword here, the Milanese sword with assassin damage, damage swords and crit chance on hero strike. Actually, the crit chance on hero strike is not really needed, but you will see that in the build later on. And of course you also get all the engravings from the weapons and also from the sets. So both set bonuses here, also from the Northern Traveler set, which is still broken as hell, so you can make all these crazy builds from my channel now with that Northern Traveler set perk. I'm actually really thinking about making some new builds with that, but in the meantime I will attach you the original Ezio assassin build, so you can recreate one of the best legendary assassin build I've created here for the channel. The video is a bit old, so I must apologize for the bad sound quality, but I hope you will still enjoy it. As you can see, I made the set so good that you can just overrun mercenaries on Nightmare with a normal assassination. We have a 5 million Fury of the Bloodline, 8 million overpower attack, and we even have a 7 million hero strike. Really good in my opinion for a legendary set. Of course it can be a lot better with an epic set, but for the newer players around here who don't already have the pirate set, it's really a good start and you can really do an amazing build with it. Since this is the first legendary assassin build I make on my channel, I want to get rid of 4 myths about assassin damage. 4 things are not increasing your assassin damage. The first thing is using a dagger. It does not increase your assassin damage, nor does using damage with daggers increase your assassin damage, and also using armor penetration or elemental damage does not increase your assassin damage. So when you make an assassin build, all these 4 things are really useless. The fact that you have a dagger in your hand doesn't mean you will deal more assassin damage. It's really not the case. You deal the same assassin damage when you have a blunt, a staff or a spear in your hand. Even elemental damage adds nothing to your assassin damage. It really solely focuses on assassin and crit damage. In fact, you hurt yourself when using a dagger. Of course, daggers are fast, but they deal the least damage per hit when you use normal warrior or melee hits. So if you were only using a dagger because you thought you will increase your assassin damage, then stop doing it, use something else, use a sword for example, that's way better. If you like this video, then please subscribe or become a member to get some cool wallpapers, personal build advice and more. Check it out! Before we go into the details of this build, I want to show you a brief formula about assassin damage. It's really simple. The base assassin damage on level 99 is 123,000. This is increased by assassin damage perks and all damage perks, then it is multiplied by crit damage and it is multiplied by abilities. There is no weapon damage, there is no dagger involved, there is no elemental part, there is nothing else, there is also no armor penetration. It is really simple. As much assassin damage, as much crit, and then you go. That's for assassin. Of course you can add some poison stuff to poison your enemies, but it will have no influence on your assassination damage. So when you just assassinate enemies, then the best to go is just for assassin damage and crit damage. Everything else is basically pointless. A lot of people like to make poison assassin builds. They like to poison enemies, but they will not add any damage to their assassin damage. So they waste a lot of engravings for having poison or having other stuff on their build. But in fact they do not increase their assassination damage with these perks. They just add something to play around to be more versatile, but not the pure assassin. And this build is about pure assassin and warrior damage. We will one hit every enemy and there's no point in poisoning them. I prepared two variants for the Ezio set, one very aggressive one and another very defensive one. So there's something in it for everybody. We will start with the aggressive version. The aggressive variant has 55,000 hunter damage, which I don't really care, but almost 100,000 warrior damage and 600,000 assassin damage. And that is really good because 600,000 assassin damage and around 600 crit damage, that's the value where you can overrun mercenaries without using any abilities. So that's the magic numbers we want to hit with this build. For the first weapon I did not choose the sword from the Ezio set because it had the 20% crit chance, which we don't need in this build. Instead I choose the Cephus of Dionysos. This is also an assassin sword with crit damage, but it increases our hero strike damage. So that is much better than just increasing the chance for a single ability. We will increase our chance to 100% anyway. So I engraved damage with swords on top of it so that we get the most out of our warrior damage. The second sword is with assassin damage, damage with sword, crit damage as well, and I have engraved the Falx of Olympus trait with 100% damage. Then the bow has assassin damage, all damage, crit chance, and convert assassin damage to all damage, so that we can already get a hybrid build here with a lot of warrior damage as well. As explained before, in a pure assassin build we do not need armor penetration. Of course, when you want to go more the warrior route instead of assassin, then you could also, instead of the Falx of Olympus, engrave the armor penetration. That would not give you more assassin damage, so you will not be able to overrun mercenaries anymore, but it will still give you around the same amount for warrior damage, and then you will be at full health, being more warrior-like, but not able to overrun mercs with a normal assassination. Instead of the convert 50% assassin damage to all damage, you could also use 30% damage at full health engraving or 20% warrior damage. On the head we will simply engrave 20% crit chance while full health. That is way better than using damage with swords and daggers here, because 20% crit chance at full health will give us 100% crit chance for the whole build, so for every ability, for every assassination, not only for hero strike, and that makes it much better. On the bracers we use 100% crit damage at full health, as well as on the belt, and on the torso we have another assassin damage engraving, and for the boots we choose another 100% crit damage at full health. I actually don't even care about the set bonus here. A lot of people praise it, that you can perfect parry and then hero strike everybody again and again, but to be honest, when you play assassin, you should not be surrounded by so many enemies that you even have to do it. You want to play stealthy, you want to be sneaky and kill one after another. Being surrounded is really a rare situation for an assassin player. In fact, when you are surrounded, you did something really wrong as an assassin player. And it is really situational, it's very situational. It only benefits for a single ability, and only when you get really caught up with a lot of people and attacking you simultaneously. So really, I think, in my opinion, it's a total waste to have this set bonus here. The other sets like Pirate set or Dionysos set, they have a big bonus on crit damage or assassinability damage, and that's the reason why I think the other sets are way better than this one. The Ezio set has only a very situational bonus here with the hero strike ability. Okay, in the first variant we will have 309% warrior damage, 388% assassin damage. And that's all what we care about. 120% damage with swords then, 100% crit chance at full health, and 625% critical damage. Really good values, really good set, but in fact it could still be better. And then we have a couple of armor bonuses here, and the adrenaline bonuses are all stackable, so when we make a normal assassination, which will always be crit, because it is a normal critical hit with the crit chance, then we get almost 100% adrenaline. That's almost 3 full bars with additional bonuses from abilities for just normal assassination, so we will really quickly fill our adrenaline back. In the defensive variant we will go for 100% melee resistance. That is achieved by using the Spartan Javelin with assassin damage, damage to spares, melee resistance and armor penetration, so we will also not use the Falx of Olympus trait to always be at full health. On the bracers we have another 30% melee resistance, and on the belt we have another 30% melee resistance. Together with 10% from the mastery perks, that makes us completely invincible against all melee attacks. The defensive variant has only 209% warrior damage, 288% assassin damage and only 375% critical damage. That is not enough to overrun mercenaries with normal assassination, so you will have to use certain abilities like critical assassination or rush assassination to kill them, but you can also increase your critical damage by using, instead of armor penetration, another 50% crit damage on the Spartan Javelin. That will decrease your warrior damage but gives you 50% more crit damage to get a little bit more for assassin here. Of course, if you don't have the Spartan Javelin, you can also simply use the sword from the first variant and even use the 100% damage and health cap to 25%. That is up to you. If you want a really safe variant, then I recommend to stay at full health, especially if you are new in the game. That's probably the better option. We will only pick the abilities that are really needed for Assassin. Even on the Hunter tree we have Sixth Sense, which slows down time, Archery Master, which refills our first adrenaline segment, Charged Heavy Attack, Weapons Master, Gear Master. These are passive abilities increasing our damage. We do not need any of the elemental stuff here, so we will totally skip all the elemental abilities. We only focus on warrior and assassin damage alone here. That means we will pick the Overpower attack, the Fury of the Bloodline that refills our adrenaline, Ring of Chaos and Second Wind to refill health, Shadow Assassin increases our assassin damage, Rush Assassination, Hero Strike and Stealth Master to get more damage while not being spotted. Critical Assassination is actually not needed because we will have enough with normal assassinations. On the melee wheel I place the Second Wind ability, then the Fury of the Bloodline, Hero Strike and Rush Assassination. And I don't even need any abilities on the Hunter wheel because we don't need that. For the masteries we only use crit chance and crit damage here on the Hunter tab. Make sure to max these out if possible. Whenever I not maxed out any ability here, it is really not essential, so you can skip that, and I think you only need 150 points or 200 points maximum for this build when you skip everything that is not maxed out here. Of course go for warrior damage, health, armor is not really important. Melee resistance is of course very important when you want to have the 100% melee resistance build, so the second defensive variant, then absolutely go for 10 points here to get 100%, which means you will be completely invincible. And then armor penetration maxed out if you want to go for a warrior here. All these abilities can be skipped if you only want to play assassin, so rather go here for the assassin stuff. 9% damage whenever time is slowed down, that will affect every ability and that is really good here. Then assassin damage, damage with swords, the best damage increase here for warrior damage, but doesn't do anything for assassin. But crit chance, crit damage will do, and the adrenaline of course important. Damage on elites and bosses. Then we can even increase our assassin abilities if we still have points here. We will go for full hero strike. We can also increase the cooldown a bit. Rush assassination is only needed when you have the defensive variant. That will increase your rush assassin damage to hit the mercenaries every time. I hope you like the build and you find the information useful I gave you in this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, leave me a like, leave me a comment and see you next time.